Hello everyone, this is Logan59XP here today. We were on a streak recently. First we did the Mario Kart stream, then we did the Game Awards last night, and now we're doing this. But yeah, this will probably be the last stream we do of the year though, so yeah. But we are here at, actually it just hit 421, so I just missed a perfectly, you know, good old, we're here at 420. But yeah, in all seriousness though, yeah, we're here today to play Big Run. Yeah, it's been like forever. Man, like this was something that we all thought was gonna happen in October, and then it didn't. Then we thought maybe it happened in November after the Splatfest, the Pokemon Splatfest that I missed. Nope. But hey, we're getting it now, so better late than never. So yeah, I haven't played it at all yet. It just started a few minutes ago. Let's go ahead and hop into this. So basically, to my understanding, what Big Run essentially is it's Salmon Run, but it's on the regular maps. And I believe right now it is Wahoo World. So yeah, oh yeah, look at that. That's how you can tell. Yeah, there was a minor update that apparently happened today or yesterday. I wasn't really aware of it. It's a very minor update. Just it's like a couple of bug fixes. It isn't surprising because the 2.0 update had a lot of fixes, so I wouldn't expect them to have a ton more already. The end is near. Yeah, it totally looks like it though, doesn't it? I think it's cool that they like that it's not just a mode. Like they actually like have the sky being all like, you know, pink and orange and stuff. That's kind of neat. But let's go ahead and go through our obligatory shop visit before we head over to Grizzco and see what that darn bear wants. Alrighty then. Yeah, I like how it's like, head to Grizzco Industries. They want you to know this is going down. If somehow you didn't know already. I take it my advertisements for help with the Big Run have been effective. We are somewhat short-staffed at the moment. You come at just the right time. You are aware of the Big Run, yes? Where salmonids stray far away from their own turf and invade our own city. It is business critical we prevent salmonids from damaging the city. Yeah, of course, golden eggs. That's why we're increasing our payout. Okay, that's neat. So you actually get a higher payout if you do big runs compared to normal salmon run. For all survivors, top producers. Yeah, special decoration. Yeah, that's the one that I'm sure we saw earlier. That's interesting. We're not even allowed to do regular salmon run right now. I mean, you can if you do it private, but you can't do like a regular public match. It has to be Big Run. That doesn't matter. We want to do that anyway. Just something, I guess, to bring up. Oh, I didn't realize these were in here. I thought these were only in the regular lobby. Hey, Antonio. Welcome to the stream. See, I'm very curious to see how this goes. This isn't exactly the first map I would have chose to start this mode with, but yeah. This isn't exactly an ideal weapon, or at least this isn't the kind of weapon I would use. I haven't used the sloshers all that much in the grand scheme of things. I used them a decent amount in the first game, but barely used them in the second game. Oh, wait. Wait, is that what those things are for? Those are in the other maps. Those things are in the other maps. Like the regular Salmon Run maps. Is that what they were for the entire time? It's like little shortcuts where you don't have to walk all the way. You can just throw them in there and then boom, you're done. I wish I'd known that earlier. But like actually though, I genuinely did wish I knew about that earlier. Because I've seen those before. So they've been in the game the whole time. That's not a new addition. But I didn't know that's what they were for. I was always confused as to what their purpose was. Did you get an update on Disney Plus? Because when I entered Disney Plus, it shows the sign screen. I have not used Disney Plus in a hot minute. Because again, I haven't watched any of the stuff I need to catch up on, so I've had no reason to use the app. Because the only thing I use Disney Plus for is for the Marvel shows. So when there's not a Marvel show going on, I don't use it. And I haven't even caught up on the last couple of things, right? So yeah, I haven't like used the app in like months since like what, Ms. Marvel came out. Like when did that finish? Like June, July? Like that was like 4 months ago, so I haven't used it in a while. Okay, so now that thing is not there anymore. So, just kind of on a random side note. So, of course, yesterday we got that new, like, Bayonetta, like, prequel slash spin-off announced that's in a completely different style than the rest of the series. Well, apparently, that's in Bayonetta 3. Like, there's apparently, like, a segment of Bayonetta 3 you can play that's basically just like what that spin-off is going to be. And I didn't even know that existed. So that's why I was like, whoa, this is completely different. Like, this is completely out of the blue. Well, apparently they, I guess they sort of set it up in Bayonetta 3, and I didn't even know because, well, I haven't played that game. But I feel like I would have, I don't know, I feel like I would have heard something about that. You know, oh yeah, there's like this, like, little, like, mini game, like, not mini game, there's like this little thing in Bayonetta 3 where it's like a storybook and it's, looks like Okami. That was something that a lot of people talked about, was like, it looks like Okami, it looks like Okami. But yeah, that spin-off is very interesting. Because on the one hand, it's Bayonetta, new Bayonetta stuff, like pretty much right after 3. And it was apparently teased in 3, quote unquote. But also, it's like completely different. That's why even though it's like a prequel, quote unquote, it's a prequel slash like spin-off. Because the gameplay is completely different. Completely different. Well, not just gameplay, but just like the styling, right? Like Persona 5 Strikers is a spin-off, but it's very much Persona 5. Whereas like this Bayonetta Origins game is like barely Bayonetta, at least on paper. But yeah, I don't know. I'm very curious to see how that goes. How that game kind of goes down when it comes out in March. Ah! There we go. Can I get it? Come on. You have to like wait until you reach that bar before you're allowed to throw them, which is kind of annoying. But I'm guessing they do that so you can't just like abuse the heck out of it or whatever. We're gonna get the big boy, right? Not yet? I guess we'll get the big boy later. So isn't there supposed to be like a big like thing as well that happens for the big runs? Oh yeah, also speaking of the Game Awards, so you know how I'm sure everyone has seen and heard about the whole thing that happened at the very end where like, you know, Elden Ring won, yada yada yada, and then like this random guy just comes on stage, says something random, and then he just gets like escorted off. Like I had no idea what was going on. Like I had no idea what was going on when that happened. I was just like, "Oh, wait, what's this like kid doing on stage? Is he with FromSoft? Like because he was like hanging out with them." But it was like I wasn't like thinking about it. I was just like, okay, what is this guy doing here? And then he just said something random that I don't even like really remember what he said. I mean, I know what he said because everyone's talked about it. But like in the moment, I don't think I even knew what he was talking about. And then I just saw some like security guys come over and like escort him off, and I was like, okay, I'm not sure what happened there. And then apparently now it's like, oh yeah, apparently that guy got arrested, and apparently I don't know, he said some things. We'll just leave it at that or whatever. I don't know. I just, apparently that whole thing has been like a thing people have talked about. It's like well, I guess people are calling the Bill Clinton guy because he apparently said something about Bill Clinton or something. I don't know. It's kind of funny, but yeah, I don't know. That was a really random thing, as I didn't even know what was happening when that was going down. But yeah, I've seen so many people, of course, be like, the best part of the Game Awards right here, folks. The best part of the Game Awards is Bill Clinton or whatever. Yeah, apparently he like snuck up onto the stage somehow. But yeah, that was a thing that happened. that kid that walked up and was like, Bill Clinton, or whatever the heck was going on with that. I don't really understand the context behind it. I heard that apparently he's anti-Semitic or something? I don't know what's going on with that guy. I have no clue. I just heard some things, and he mentioned Bill Clinton. I don't even remember him talking about Bill Clinton. That's probably how much I wasn't like really paying attention to him when he was really appearing on stage, because I was just like, oh, this is like random, like who's this? But I wasn't like really thinking about what he was talking about. So I don't know what's going on with that. But yeah, apparently he was escorted off, and Jeff Keighley confirmed on Twitter that he was arrested. So take that for what you will or whatever. But yeah, so that happened. Is probably going to go down as the most remembered part of the Game Awards. It's kind of like, it's not to the same level, obviously, but it's kind of like, you know, obviously there was the whole Will Smith thing at the Oscars earlier this year, and that's going to obviously be the thing that is, and that's going to be like the thing that that Oscars is remembered for the rest of time. Well, this is kind of like a smaller version of that, right? Where like no one really talks about anything else. They just talk about the one thing. And for the Game Awards this year, people are going to be like, oh yeah, the Game Awards 2022, that's the one where like the guy came up on stage at the end and talked about Bill Clinton. Or in 2016 when there was like the guy that they actually had at the very end, till like like right before Game of the Year was announced. The guy that like flipped off Konami, that was like F Konami, like that said F Konami in 2016 or whatever. So like the Game Awards is not, you know, having like one guy say something randomly and it completely and totally stealing the show is not a new thing for the Game Awards. This happened in 2016 with that guy that they actually had come back this year to present Game of the Year, but yeah. So far, so good. No big issues yet. Whoa! There's a lot of these guys. Uh-oh. Oh, dang it. You're doing well. 61, though? Wait, isn't that higher than what we got before? That might have been higher than what we got before. Only 7 for Lotus. So I really want to get into another, yeah, like what do you pronounce? How do you pronounce like the big boy? Like you see that meter over there with like the big boy that's like filling up. I need to get like one more thing with that because, we'll swap that for chunks because look at this. I have 9 silver scallops. I need just one more to get a new suit. I'm still on the standard, the stock orange, but you can get more colors by you know, getting shells. So I'm close. I just need like one more run-in, like one more win against that guy, and then I'll pretty much be there. Yeah, let's go over here and grab these, I guess. I haven't really played this game that much since the new season started, so I haven't really had a chance to like work on ranking up the catalog. Because last season, I kind of had to cram at the last, like on the last few days to like make sure I got everything. Like I was at like level 88, like 2 or 3 days before it ended. So I had to like cram, like to get to like level 100. I mean, I really just wanted to get to like level 98 or whatever. Like the level that had the darn dab on it. Because like, of course I had to have the dab for the memes, right? But if I could get all of them, that would have been nice. And I got everything. I ended up maxing it out. And of course I have the, yeah, I have the little badge that's like, hey, you got level 100 catalog. And all that fun stuff. Oh yeah, I also have S plus rank, by the way. I'm not sure if that was the thing last time I streamed this. I think I changed my title, but I haven't really found a title. Like, for example, you can get titles that incorporate weapons. Like, for example, let me see if I can find it. Yeah, like Rapid Blaster user, Jet Squelcher user. If I ever get one that's 52 gal user, I will put that on there. Because you can see I have the little 52 gal icon up there, because that's like my main weapon in this game right now. Kind of a throwback to when it used to be the Deco variant used to be my main weapon in the first game, actually. Oh, I didn't even mean to come in here. Oh, look, you can even still see it come through. What's in here? Oh, okay. Let's head back to Grizzco. Yeah, I want to get that new suit already. I want to, you know, move on from the orange. I mean, the orange obviously there's nothing wrong with the orange, but you know, it'd be nice to have a new color to mix things up. I mean, look at that. We got a yellow and a blue suit right there. We got the ballpoint splatling. Yeah, I also don't really use splatlings all that much. Even in the first game, I barely used them. I use the buckets a lot more. Sloshers. I always call them the buckets, not really the sloshers, because, I mean, just calling them buckets is easier because they're buckets, you know? I mean, that's what they are. Ah! Oh my god, dang it. Yeah, it's not the big guys that's the problem, it's the small fries you have to worry about, because they can really gang up on you and, like, trap you and make it so you can't move. Oh, dang it. I didn't realize I had one. Maybe someone threw him to me. Okay, got another splatling, this time the heavy splatling. So we got some lag right there. Oh, hold on, let me get this. Oh no! Ah! Oh, dang it. Too late. It probably would have just fell in anyway, but... Yeah, so far, though, we're doing good. Good old roller. You know, every time the roller gets brought up, I feel a legal obligation to point out how I remember in, like, the original, like, early May 2015, like the test fires for the original Splatoon before the game came out, how, like, the splat roller was, like, busted, or at least everyone talked about how it was, like, the most broken thing ever. But then the game came out, and I'm pretty sure they nerfed it. But I may be misremembering things, but I know for a fact I remember people talking about, man, the roller is so busted. I do remember it being pretty good in those early test fires, though. I remember, in those early test fires, you only had 4 weapons. We gotta do one more, then we'll finally get the extra wave where we can fight the big guy. Because I think the name of it is like the Chozuna or something. Like, it's obviously supposed to be like a pun on like Godzilla. Because that's basically what it is. It's basically a Godzilla-sized salmonid. I think we have to get one more of these because, of course, it levels up every time you complete a run of Salmon Run. It goes up by like 20%. And once you get to 100% or like 80% or whatever, then like on the next one you do, you'll actually fight it at the very end, assuming you get to the end or something along those lines. You know what I'm talking about if you played this game. So yeah, I think one more. Ooh. So I guess technically speaking 2. Like, we do one more, and then we get up to, like, basically the top. And then the one we do after that, then we get to fight him. Also, apologies for that sneeze you may have just heard. I'm not sure if the mic picked that up or not. Oh, wait, that's a bad idea! That was a bad idea right there. What I just did. Hold on, I see another one of those, cannons. Yeah, look at this. Okay, so it doesn't shoot them directly in. It doesn't shoot them directly in. Flatling X, hello, welcome back. It's been a while. Welcome to the stream. Playing, of course, Big Run, because what else would I be doing right now? But yeah, welcome back, though. Welcome back. Yeah, so far it's been pretty easy, but I imagine that will ramp up because I think the last time I played Salmon Run, I got to like professional, like you know how it's like professional and then it's like professional like plus or whatever. Like I think I was at like 2 tiers above like regular professional, and I just kept getting absolutely destroyed. So my rank kept going down and down and down, and now I'm just at regular professional again. Which is why these are probably like easy so far, because once you get to like above professional, that's when you get like absolutely just destroyed. So I'm about to, I think after this match, assuming we don't die and we actually make it, I think then I will rank up to like, yeah, professional like +1 or whatever the ranking is. And I really want to, I was mentioning this earlier, but I really want to, oh, what was I going to say, darn it? Oh yeah, I really want to fight the big guy. I forget his name. Like the Godzilla thing that you fight like every once in a while. Because I need like 1 more like silver scallop. I just need like 1 more before I can like get a new suit. So I'm still on the orange one, as you can see. I just need 1 more. Just need 1 more. Big Row's easy because it's not spawning grounds. Is spawning grounds the one I'm thinking of? I know there's like 1 map in this game that I just get absolutely destroyed on. Maybe it's spawning ground. It's one of the Splatoon 2 maps. It's not the new maps. The new maps are fine, but it's like one of the old Splatoon 2 maps I know I got like destroyed on. I don't know if it's that one or if I'm thinking of a different one now. Whoa, wait, hold on, I've never used this one weapon before. You know what this looks like? This looks like the Wonderwalk. It kind of looks like that. Yeah, like it's really rapid fire. Like, look at that. Is this like a new weapon that was added in like 2.0 that I just haven't seen yet? Or like, what? Because I've never seen that. It's OP. Yeah, I can tell. Or at least it sounds OP because it makes like that, you know, that like strong sound like every single time. Ah! Uh-oh, getting some slowdown. That's something I've noticed, is that this game, okay, like, doesn't run as smoothly as Splatoon 2 does. Like, it can slow down. Splatoon 2 was pretty much a flawless 60. This game is mostly, dang it. This game, almost. This game is mostly 60, but when there's a lot going on, it can slow down. It can slow down. Can I join? If there's a way for you to join, then yeah. By all means. I'm not sure how I would... Okay, at least I didn't go down. You leave your queue? Okay. Okay, so even though we lost, it still went up. So, next match... we'll be able to fight that guy, assuming we make it to the end. Okay, then. So yeah, professional part-timer. And then you go up to, like, actual professional or whatever, and then you go to, like, professional +1, +2, whatever. Or something like that, I'm guessing. And then match again. Oh, yeah, okay. Are you on here? Oh yeah, there's Neko. Haven't seen Neko in a little while. The match menu. Oh, okay. I guess I'll make the room then. And then yeah, no passwords. Yeah, by all means, if anyone wants to. Well, I mean, you gotta be on the friends list, I guess. But yeah. Supplied weapons? Question mark? Question mark? Question mark? Question mark? I kind of prefer it that way, honestly. Makes it more interesting. Alrighty then. Yeah, look at this. Imagine if this was in the multiplayer. This would be so broken in the multiplayer. Yeah, apparently, yeah, it's a Grisco weapon. Yeah, that would never work in the multiplayer unless they, like, really toned it down. It's so broken. You would, like, one-shot everything in your path if this was a multiplayer. Although you don't one-shot everything here, to be fair. At least not the bigger guys, but yeah. Oh shoot! That like balloon? Well, that's not a balloon, but that thing blocked my path right there. I get why they have it, but the fact that you have to, like, wait for the meter to fill up in order to throw is kind of annoying. I get why it's there, but I wish it wasn't there. So you didn't have to wait. Okay. Okay, we're good. I wasn't sure if we were at the limit or not. Can I get one more? Nope. See, I could have gotten that last one in there if it wasn't for, like, the meter not being filled up. Okay. Build Splattershot Jr. By the way, it's at pro... Oh, wait, it is? I didn't even see what the difficulty was. I just assumed it was on whatever I was on because I'm the one hosting the lobby, so I just assumed it would be at, like, my difficulty. Is that gonna work? Kinda. There we go. Yeah. This thing. So I was mentioning this actually earlier, but I didn't even realize that these things worked like this. Because these are already in the game, right? These, like, shooters for the eggs. That's been in the game since the beginning, but I didn't know that they did anything. Because I saw the enemies use them, but I didn't know I could use them until now. This. And now it's like, oh... I wish I'd known that earlier. But, like, actually, though, okay, where the heck is... Okay, say, where was the last person? Oh, he fell into the water. Okay, that's not bad. Only 10 points. It's not too bad. Oh yeah, I wish they would remove that. Even though, again, I get why it's there. It's there so you... It's there to make the game harder. That's why they have that limit there. God dang it. Come on. There we go. And look at that, we even got a cannon right here. So on a random kind of note here, has nothing to do with anything. So Digital Foundry put out their video on the new Fortnite update, like the Chapter 4 update, that adds in like Unreal Engine 5 features like Lumen and Nanite, and it looks really cool actually. Fortnite has actually been Unreal Engine 5 for a while now. It's been Unreal Engine 5 at least at its base since like 2021. But only now with the new Chapter 4 update have they actually, like, used Unreal Engine 5 features. Like, all the stuff people have been waiting to see on the new consoles. And it's there. And it legitimately looks a lot better. And that's Fortnite, you know, a game with, you know, a cartoony art style. And yeah, it looks a lot better with Lumen and Nanite, with the Unreal Engine 5 tech. So yeah, that's actually looks really cool. You know, regardless of how you feel about Fortnite. It's pretty cool, I'd say. And it seems to run well on the consoles. It uses what's Epic's new like upscaling tech? Epic has like some new upscaling tech. So you know how we have DLSS for NVIDIA and FSR for AMD, and there was like, and then we had earlier stuff like checkerboard rendering on like the PS4 Pro. Well, Epic with Unreal Engine 5 it used to be called TAAU, and now it's called like TSR, I believe, is what the new name for it is. And they're using that for Fortnite on all the consoles, well, all the newer consoles anyway. The new features are not present on the old consoles. What a surprise, I know. But yeah, so if you're playing on like PS4, Xbox One, even the enhanced machines, as well as the Switch, apparently the Switch version has improved. The Switch version of Fortnite has been kind of brutal. Every time I've tried to play it in recent years, it's like it really does not run well. Apparently, ironically enough, the quote-unquote Unreal Engine 5 update actually improves the Switch version, even though the Switch version doesn't use any of those new features because it's the Switch. I haven't tried it myself, but apparently it does run better, so that's cool. But yeah, if you're on, you know, PS5, Series X, even Series S, you know, we've seen a lot of cases where the Series S doesn't get like ray tracing and stuff like that, where the other consoles do. But no, Series S gets like Lumen and Nanite. So, the reflections on the water aren't as good as on the better consoles, but everything else is there. So that's pretty neat if you're on the Series S. However, there is a bit of a resolution hit because apparently the Series S. So the Series S version used to run at like 1260p or 1292p. But now it's running at like 1080p with like the TSR, so technically a resolution downgrade, but considering the upgrade in visuals, I'd say that's worth it. Granted, I have a PS5 and Series X, not a Series S anymore. I used to have a Series S earlier this year, but I got rid of it so I could get a Series X. So, I'll get the higher resolution anyway, but yeah. Also, 28 out of 16. But yeah, so, yeah, the new Fortnite update with with Nanite and Lumen, that looks genuinely, like, really cool. And the fact that it's even there on the Series S version is pretty sweet, because again, we've seen in other games that have ray tracing modes on like PS5 and Series X, the Series S version will get rid of them. And for what it's worth, in most games, it's not a big deal, but it would have been a real shame if like Fortnite like didn't get like those the Series S didn't get those improvements for Fortnite, because the game genuinely does look a lot better with them turned on. So it's great the Series S has them. So yeah, just kind of a random thing I thought I'd bring up. Yeah, if you haven't seen that Digital Foundry video on it, by all means go check it out at some point, because it's pretty cool. What Epic is doing with Lumen and Nanite in Fortnite of all games. But then again, Fortnite is their flagship title, right? So it makes sense that they'd want to showcase, Unreal Engine 5 with it. And even with Fortnite being, a cartoony game, it genuinely makes a big difference. Yep. Okay, we gotta get rid of that. Alrighty. Fine so far. Alrighty, we got the broken weapon. Well, broken, quote unquote. Now I'm reminded of, like, remember, like, every time a new, like, DLC was announced for Smash, everyone would be like, wow, it looks so broken. Wow, this character's gonna be so broken. He's gonna be top tier. And then, like, most of the time that didn't happen. Like, everyone sees, like, one cool move. Like, they see one really cool move, and then they're like, oh my god, this character's broken. And that's, like, never how it works. Oh, dang it! Ah! Yeah, not over yet. Like, I'm actually gonna be able to hit him, right? The eggs blow up if you don't hit him, though. Ah, dang it! That ain't good. Oh, dang it takes so long for it to turn. Yeah, I don't know about this. I don't know about this. I mean, at least we didn't die. We'll take that, I guess. But yeah, no silver, though. You only get silver if you win. You weren't helping at all. I could have done better. I will say that. Could have done better with that. Oh shoot, what am I doing? How many of those will let me throw in? What the? Oh, I thought. Okay, never mind. Is someone's name Ouch? Oh god, look how many eggs there are! Okay. Oh, there's two of them. Yeah, there is someone called Ouch. See, this like egg cannon would have been nice last time when we had like 25 of these eggs just like huddled around this one area. $33. It's pretty good. Arrow spray. That's another weapon I remember back in the first game people would talk about being like busted. I don't remember if it was, I think it was the gold variant in particular everyone would use. Or if I remember correctly. Uh-oh. Ah. Yeah, look, the game is slowing down again. Come on, it's so close. Just one more. One more, one more, one more. Ah. Corania Palladia. Hopefully I didn't butcher that. Long time no see. Yeah, your name sounds familiar. Your name sounds familiar. So I'm guessing you're from one of the previous Splatoon streams. But so I guess then, hey, welcome back then. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, we got close right there. There's one more. One more would have been enough. Yeah, I go? That's unfortunate. Well, thanks for being here, Splatling X, though. Thanks for being here. And, Palladia, if you want to join in, by all means. I don't know if you're on the friends list or not, but, you know, you can just give me the friend code or whatever. Or, actually, better yet, since I'm in the middle of this, you could just go to the friend code's on, the channel page. If you go to the About section, you can go ahead and enter that in and send a request if you want to join in, that is. We've been going for about an hour now. Wonder how long we're gonna go for. Not really sure yet. Wait, how do I exit this? You know, this is just... I guess we can leave the room open. For a little bit. I'll go ahead and just start another match real quick. But yeah, if anyone else wants to jump in and you're not already on the friends list, yeah, go ahead. Head to the About section of the channel. You'll see the friend code, send me your friend request, and then you can go ahead and join in. And I can't start anything unless there's someone else there. Okay, so I guess I'll go ahead and for right now, I will just leave the room and start up another match. But yeah, if anyone else wants to join in, then yeah. Whoa. Did you see that stutter right there? Then yeah, just go ahead and make sure that you send a friend request, and then I'll go ahead and start up another lobby. Okay, now we got the dynamo roller. I'm not sure if this is really going to be a great idea, because on the one hand, it does a lot of damage. On the one hand, it could absolutely get you killed if you get stuck. Oh, it's one of these. Okay, we're like, yeah, the little salmonids are, yeah. They're dropping care packages, basically. Oh, dang it. Oh, shoot, I forgot about that. So my goal right now with all of this is I want to get back to another round with like the Godzilla thing, and I want to win so I can get more scales, and once I get more scales, then I can finally unlock a new suit color. And we just got wrecked. 13 out of 14, almost. But that was on the first round, so you know, kind of pathetic. Ah. You know, I wish you... So, one thing that I do like in this game, is, well, there's a lot of things I like in this game, but one thing that doesn't really get talked about that much is how you can rank up the catalog, even if you're not doing regular multiplayer matches. That's neat, except the problem is it never really works the same way. It's very heavily weighted, like towards the multiplayer in terms of points. Like, you don't get many points for the catalog when you're playing Salmon Run. It does go up, but not by that much. Whereas you get a lot more if you're doing just the regular multiplayer. I kind of wish they would make it so that it was more like equal. You know, you win a match in actual multiplayer, you get, you know, like about a third. Like the meter goes up by like about a third if you win a match in multiplayer. It should do that in Salmon Run as well, but it doesn't. It goes up by like a little bit, and then it goes up a little bit again. Like, it goes up, but not by enough to like really matter. Where you could just play, like if you just wanted to play Salmon Run and didn't want to play the multiplayer, you can't really do that if you want to rank up the catalog. You have to play the multiplayer if you want to rank up the catalog in reality. It's something I hope that they like fix in the future. I just wish there were more things to talk about. We're all out of ideas, yeah. I know I've talked about this before, but this is kind of one of the flaws of doing like stream. Like remember when I used to stream like literally like every day, pretty much? The problem I would run into is I would run out of things to talk about because, you know, if I'm doing something every day, you know, there's not gonna always be something to talk about. But when I take like, you know, like a week or two in between streams, it's like, hey, look, now we got stuff to talk about. But the last couple of streams have been pretty back-to-back. You know, I haven't been streaming that much lately because I've been doing other things, and there hasn't also been that much for me to stream. But of course, we had the Mario Kart DLC the other day, we had the Game Awards yesterday, and now we have this. So we've been doing some back-to-back streams. But I kind of got out all of my like real conversation points in the Mario Kart stream, so it's kind of like, well, what do we talk about now? Because I don't want to just be silent, because no one wants to watch it. It's like, why watch a silent stream? You watch streams to watch the streamer play the game, not to watch the game with the streamer making a voiceover once in like a blue moon. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I gotta talk, I gotta say something, but without having anything to talk about. Because we've ran out of things to talk about. That's the reason why that's another reason why I've scaled back on doing the streams as much. Because it's like, okay, I don't want to stream for 5 hours and then not have anything to talk about. And it's just me sitting here, like, not really saying anything outside of like a little quip here and there. Like, no one wants to see that, right? Or at least I don't think people want to see that, you know? But yeah, it's like, I mean, we could talk about the Game Awards, obviously, but like, outside of like the Bill Clinton thing at the end, there's really not much to talk about. I mean, we got some cool things in there. I mean, we got the Bayonetta prequel spin-off thing. We got new Armored Core. We got new Crash game. Not a new game, but a spin-off that's been rumored for a while. We got some neat stuff out of it, but nothing really there's not much else to really say about it, you know? What I will say is this, when Jeff Keighley was like, oh yeah, the show's gonna be shorter this year. Yeah, no it was not. That show, by the end of it, was like at the 3 hours and 30 minutes mark. That's like as long as the last one was. So like that whole, it's shorter thing, maybe if we're being extreme, like, I'm sure if I went back to 2021 and I was like, oh, maybe, like, 2021 was 4 hours and this one was 3 hours and 30 minutes, like, maybe it is very, very, very technically speaking shorter. Like, it's 15 minutes shorter, but, like, 15 minutes shorter in a 3 hour plus stream is not really shorter. So, I don't know, it wasn't really shorter. I didn't really mind that. For the most part, it wasn't until we started nearing the end that I was kind of like, okay, when is it gonna actually end? But for the first like 2 or so hours, I didn't have a problem with it. So, yeah. It is weird that Microsoft didn't have anything. Like, you know, like if anything, I thought Nintendo would be the one that wouldn't have anything. But they actually did have stuff. Nothing big, but they did have stuff. They had the Bayonetta spin-off, and they had the Fire Emblem Season Pass trailer. But no Zelda, no Metroid, nothing like super big, but I wasn't really expecting that anyway. But Microsoft, they had Phil Spencer right there in the seat. They showed him. They showed Phil Spencer. He was sitting right next to Reggie and like right behind Doug. Now, granted, Reggie doesn't work for Nintendo anymore, so that doesn't mean anything. But still, like, they had him there. They called attention to the fact that he was there several times, and they didn't announce anything. They didn't show anything, except for, like, that Samsung, like, cloud gaming thing for the TVs, and, like, a Game Pass sizzle reel. But they didn't show anything. They didn't reveal anything. Which is weird, because they've normally always had something. They've even had big stuff. Like, I mentioned this in the predictions video. But, they revealed the Series X at the Game Awards. Like, they announced that there was going to be a next-gen Xbox at E3 2019. But they didn't actually show what the console looked like and what the name was until Game Awards. So Microsoft is very much willing to show off big things at the Game Awards. They just decided to not do that this year. Now, for what it's worth, this was also kind of expected, because there were rumors that Microsoft wasn't going to show anything because of the whole Activision Blizzard, thing that's going on right now. And now it was like, oh, if they show off, stuff, then that makes them look bad or something. But Sony showed off a bunch of stuff, and that was apparently fine with them, so I don't know. Yes, Sony actually had a lot of stuff. We got Returnal for PC, we got there was another PC port. What was the other PC port? Last of Us for PC, which was already confirmed, by the way. We knew that Last of Us was going to come to PC because they announced it alongside the PS5 version, but they said it was coming later. But yeah, so Returnal, which has been known for forever. But yeah, Returnal and Last of Us, PC confirmation and release dates. We got the Horizon. We got to see more of Horizon Call of the Wild. We got to see the Horizon Forbidden West DLC. And I think there was one other thing they showed as well. So, Sony had a decent amount of stuff. Nintendo had some stuff. Microsoft had nothing. Again, it's rumored to be because of the Activision Blizzard deal. But who knows? But the fact of the matter is we didn't get anything, which was kind of unfortunate, because I really wanted to see maybe we could get like a next Forza Horizon expansion announced or something. Or maybe they could have shown like Starfield or Redfall or something, I don't know. But no, we didn't get anything, so oh well. Now, one thing that everyone was expecting, this was like the one thing that everyone was like, oh yeah, this is totally going to be here, there's no way it wouldn't be here, was Elden Ring DLC. They released the Coliseum update recently, which everyone assumed was going to be like the prelude to like the big expansion being announced at the Game Awards. But it wasn't. But that didn't mean that we didn't get nothing from FromSoft. Because we, of course, got the announcement of Armored Core returning. And Armored Core has not had a new game since the 360. The last game came out in 2013 for the 360 and PS3. That series has been out of action for almost a decade. So the fact that it's finally getting a new game is pretty cool. It is going to be cross-gen. Now, one thing that I noticed a lot during the Game Awards was that most of the games they showcased were were next-gen only, or current-gen only, I should say. Which is good. That's what people want. Isn't that what everyone wants? Everyone wants the PS4, and especially the base Xbox One, to be, like, left behind already. Like, it's been, oh, we're 2 years in. Like, come on, we want the generation to actually start, right? Like, people have been complaining about the generation not actually starting yet because everything has been cross-gen. But it looks like 2023 is finally going to be the year that next-gen truly kicks off. Like, it's like so many games being next-gen only. Yeah, another game that was shown that I wasn't expecting, but is something that I know a lot of people are going to be excited for, is Hades 2. Of course, Hades was a really big game in 2020, right? It was like the indie game. And you know how there's always like the indie game of the year? Like Uncharted was Undertale was obviously massive in 2015, 2016. Then we had like Celeste in 2018, I think. And then we had Hades in 2020, and then there was Hollow Knight in whatever year it came out, 2018, 2019. That was a really big game. Cuphead obviously was like a really big game. A Like, there's always, like, that one indie game that just blows the hell up and becomes, like, one of the most popular games of the year. And Hades was that game for 2020. So the fact that we're getting a sequel is obviously going to be really exciting for a lot of people. I haven't played that game, but obviously I know a lot of people were... I saw a lot of people that were like, the best thing that we got at the Game Awards was Hades 2. I saw a lot of people say that. So that goes to show that that was definitely... That was actually a notable announcement. It genuinely was. Not for me, but for a lot of people it definitely was. Come on, open up. Come on. There we go. I probably should have saved that for the last wave, but that's okay because we got another one. You want to know something I was actually very surprised by? Not in the moment, but like after the fact, like earlier today, I was like, wait a second, that wasn't in the category. So you know the category most anticipated game, right? Which Zelda won, so yay, Zelda won. What a surprise. Actually, no. What was the other game? There was another game that was in there that I thought could have also been a decent contender for I almost said Breath of the Wild too. For Tears of the Kingdom, in terms of, like, most anticipated game. What was the game? What was the other game that was in that category that would have been, like, a close contender? I forget what it was, but one game I was actually surprised to not see in there was Spider-Man 2. Like, Spider-Man 2 is, like, a big game, right? Like, that's going to be one of Sony's flagship titles next year. So the fact that that wasn't in the most anticipated game category was honestly very surprising. I didn't realize that at the moment, but in retrospect, it's like, oh yeah, why was that not even nominated? Like, come on, it's Spider-Man. Everyone loved Spider-Man. Why wouldn't that be in there? Was Spider-Man nominated for Game of the Year in 2018? I don't remember if it was. I'm sure it was. I know God of War won that year, I'm pretty sure. Uh-oh. Yeah, I need to look up the list for what most anticipated games were again. Obviously Zelda won, but there was another game on that list that I thought could have been like a... that could have also, like, had a good chance at winning. Yay, we won! Okay, let me go ahead and look that up real quick, because I'm very curious. Game Awards 2022. Give me the darn Wikipedia page. Okay. Okay, Final Fantasy 16, Hogwarts Legacy, Resident Evil 4 Remake, and then Starfield were the other games. I thought that Final Fantasy 16 had a decent shot. I don't think Starfield had a chance. Because, well, yes, Starfield is one of Microsoft and Bethesda's, like, tentpole titles next year. There's not a lot of people that are really hyped for it. Hey, look, I got a new badge. There's not a lot of people that are, like, really hyped for it. I think I think people are kind of in the middle, where they're, like, looking forward to it, but they're also like, oh boy, this is a Bethesda Game Studios game, so can't wait for all the bugs and glitches, right? So I don't know. But Final Fantasy, a lot of people are looking forward to Final Fantasy because it's being done by the guys that made 14. And 14's like the most beloved Final Fantasy game in recent memory. But Tears of the Kingdom winning, I mean, I'm obviously not going to complain. I'm just very surprised that Spider-Man wasn't on that list. Like, Hogwarts Legacy gets to be on the list, but not Spider-Man 2. Nothing against Hogwarts Legacy, but Spider-Man 2 destroys Hogwarts Legacy in hype. Like, why was that nominated and not Spider-Man 2? Like, I don't understand the logic with that. Also, just as a quick reminder, Splatoon won Best Multiplayer Game, so I'm happy with that. Which is the second time Splatoon has won that category, because in 2015, Splatoon 1 won that category. And I remember that being controversial. I remember when that happened, they were like... Because, of course, back in the day, like, that was back before, like... That was back in the Wii U era, where, like, no one really cared about Nintendo outside of the fan base. And so because of that, when Splatoon won, it was, like, very controversial with, like, the rest of the gaming audience. And I remember, yeah, that being, like, somewhat controversial. But I was pretty happy with it, obviously, to see Splatoon 1 win. And it's cool to see Splatoon 3 win now. So that's 2 wins for Splatoon at the Game Awards. I don't know if... I think... Was Splatoon 2 nominated for Best Multiplayer Game in 2017? It probably was. I don't remember who won in 2017. I'm guessing it was probably... I'm gonna guess it was probably... What would have been the newest Call of Duty at that time? Well, World War II, maybe? But World War II wasn't really a liked installment, so... I don't know. The Call of Duty games are always nominated for Best Multiplayer Game because, I mean, it's Call of Duty. So why wouldn't it be on? There was no Battlefield game that year. The newest game was Battlefield 1 at that point. Yeah, let me look. Let me look. 2017... Wait, was there no Best Multiplayer category in 2017? Because I don't see it on here. Best Handheld Game. That category doesn't exist anymore, for obvious reasons. In fact, I'm willing to bet that this was the last year that category was a thing, because by 2018, the 3DS was pretty much done. And by 2019, it was definitely done. So 2017 was probably the last year they had that category. But yeah, I don't see a Best Multiplayer thing in here. It was nominated for Best Family Game, but that's not really saying much. Because like all of the Nintendo games get nominated for that category. Because they kind of have a monopoly on family on family-friendly gaming. Yeah, every year it's like 90% Nintendo and then like one random game. Like this year it was Nintendo, and then it was Lego Star Wars for the Best Family Game category. It's almost always just Nintendo with like maybe one extra game in there. But never mind, there was a Best Multiplayer category. PUBG won, and Splatoon 2 was nominated, alongside Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Not sure if that should count. I'm not sure if a port really counts. Then again, Persona 5 Royal was nominated for several awards in 2020. But that was but that wasn't a port. That was an enhanced edition, which is not the same thing, but they serve a kind of similar purpose. Like, new version of a game with new content. Even though, obviously, Persona 5 Royal had, like, a brand new storyline. So, like, that justified a slot more than, like, just, hey, look, we add a couple of new stages or whatever. Like with Mario Kart. Did Persona 5 win anything in 2017? It was nominated for a lot of things, including Game of the Year. And we got that sweet version of Rivers in the Desert when they did like the little thing they do every year where they're like, you know, game of the year, and then they like go through all the nominees and they have like a song from each of the games. And we got Rivers in the Desert in 2017, and then we got the instrumental version of Lifelight in 2018 because not or sorry, 2019 when Smash was nominated. Okay, we just gotta stay alive. Staying alive, staying alive. We just gotta stay alive right now, then we'll basically be in the clear. Oh, dang it, I missed. That's okay, because we won. And I died. That doesn't matter, because we still won. 71. It's good. Almost. Oh, look at that. It's completely maxed out. So yeah, next time around we will absolutely get something. 10,000 point Grisco point. Grisco point. What's Grisco points? Is that even a thing? Because there's no points. You just get like the clam, the scallops. That's your currency. There's no Grisco points, so I'm not quite sure what they're talking about. We got our Marty McFly hat right here. We got a lot. Look at all these tickets I'm getting. This is sweet. Alrighty. Let's see if we can beat the big boy this time. Splatter shot, bro. I don't think we've used this yet. Oh boy, fog. Yeah, how many categories was Smash nominated for? It was nominated for Game of the Year, it was nominated for Best Fighting Game, and it did win that. Didn't win Game of the Year, but it won Best Fighting Game, so that's cool. Smash isn't a fighting game, it's a party game for kids. How about both? To quote that one commercial from eons ago or whatever, why not both? Smash is both a fighting game and a party game, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's a fighting party game. The actual name of the genre is platform fighter, and that's of course the same genre that, you know, Nick All-Stars and Multiverses are also in. The genre that Smash pioneered and has had a monopoly on for like 20 years. It's pretty much been the only real game in that category anyone cares about, up until recently with Multiverses and, to a lesser extent, Nick All-Stars. Nick All-Stars didn't really go anywhere. I mean, everyone kind of predicted that was going to happen, but yeah, that game didn't really go anywhere. It got a couple DLCs, but that's about it. Multiverses, though, has definitely stuck around longer and has more support going for it, but even then, I'm not really sure how well it's doing. I know I mentioned this not too long ago, but I haven't really played that game all that much. Once Animaniacs come out, I'll probably give it a shot again, but I don't know, the gameplay of that game just doesn't really click with me. Plus, I'm not really thrilled with the fact that it's free to play. I wish it wasn't free to play. But the main problem is the gameplay. I'm just not thrilled with the gameplay. Uh-oh. Ah, dang it! We're gonna make it anyway, but still. Oh, whoa, oh, what? That could have ended really badly if everyone was right there. Oh wait, is it Friday? Well, I guess it's Friday because I just got a notification on my phone that LTT on Twitch has gone live for the WAN show. I always watch it on YouTube, though, and the YouTube stream doesn't start up until later, because they do, like, a pre-show on Twitch and Floatplane, and then when the actual show starts, then they will start it on YouTube, so yeah. I think we're gonna call it at the 2-hour mark. But we're at 1:36 right now for live time. Once we get to the 2-hour mark, regardless of where we're at, we'll probably call it because, one, I'm hungry, and two, I want to make sure I can watch the WAN show. I'm sure they're going to talk about the Game Awards and the whole Bill Clinton thing. I'm sure they'll mention that at least a little bit. Yeah, the last WAN show was really dominated by the whole, like, AI thing. Oh, God. Okay, if you haven't seen this clip, you need to see this clip because it's amazing. So, in the last WAN show, Luke was talking a lot about, like, OpenAI. It's this, like, this algorithm, program, something. It's really interesting. And what in Linus, so you know how normally there's like the sponsors and like oh, you know, we got, you know, oh, here's our sponsors for the WAN show. Like halfway through the WAN show, they'll talk about their sponsors. Well, this time they use the OpenAI to like make the talking points as opposed to just reading the normal talking points they always do. And throwing like Squarespace into OpenAI was shockingly perfect. Like, it was hilarious. It was really interesting. It was flawless. Like, the AI somehow managed to get a perfect, flawless reading for Squarespace. The other sponsor they did after that wasn't as good, but the Squarespace one was really on point. OpenAI absolutely nailed the OpenAI, like absolutely nailed the Squarespace sponsor spot. It was really interesting. So yeah, if you haven't seen that, I think it's up on LMG Clips. If you don't want to go barreling through the WAN show itself, you can go find it. It's like just like look at LMG Clips and just look for like a thing that has probably Luke in the thumbnail, and it's probably like OpenAI something something. It's like it's a very long segment. It's like the longest one of that entire show. But yeah, it's there. You should definitely check it out because it was so funny, like watching it live and watching the chat like freak out about like how flawless the Squarespace sponsor spot was with OpenAI. It was so flawless. It was so perfect. It was so funny. Yeah, definitely go check that out at some point over on LMG Clips. Oh, no, come back. Or not. We're not gonna make it. Again, at least we didn't die, though. That's something. Oh, wait, we got one! We got one! That's all! That's all that was needed, baby! That's all that was needed. That's all I need. I just needed the one. So I'll consider that a pseudo success. Oh, we even got a raise, too. We'll go in order. We're gonna go in order to make things consistent. Oh yeah. How the heck do I equip this? It's kind of important. It's over here. Okay. Yay! Different color! So different, I know. But hey, progress. Now it's gonna take me like another 3 months to get another color. I would have actually preferred to get that yellow one, but I got the green one because I want to go in order, have consistency in the menus and stuff. So yeah, we'll go for like another like 20 minutes. Once we hit the 2-hour mark, we'll call it. Sounds like a good spot. The 2-hour mark is kind of like my like median kind of stream time. Is like, yeah, 2 hours, that's long enough, you know? We're not making it, you know, we're not dragging the stream out too long, but that's also a pretty solid time that feels like the stream was worth doing. So yeah, 2-hour mark. It's a pretty solid time. Oh, we got 2 of them. It's already like half of them right there, pretty much. Oh, shoot. Oh, dang it. Killed by the dolphin. Oh, shoot! Okay, actually, thank God I fell off right there. Oh, shoot. The Wayne Show went live 2 minutes ago on YouTube. Okay. I guess I'll have to catch up. Oh, well. Thank God for the DVR function in live streams. Not that I need to watch it, like, 100% live anyway. It's not like I interact with the chat or anything on those streams. I just watch. But I do like being able to watch in real time, just so I can watch the chat's real-time reaction whenever certain stuff goes down. Like the Squarespace thing from the last stream. Oh, dang it. Dang it. Come on, there's tons of eggs laying around. We just have to get them in. Come on. Yay, just barely. Got this boy again. On. There we go. Now we just have to live. Now we just have to live. And now the game's dying because there's so much happening. Yes, just barely. New high score. Well done, you saved the city. Dang it, now I'm thinking about the darn, SpongeBob clip. We did it, Patrick. We saved the city from the monster. Oh, so I do have +1. Oh yeah, because I ranked up early. Yeah, Wormy. We tried to, yeah, the Wormy episode with the butterfly. Where he turns into the butterfly, I should say. How much money do I have? Does it tell me? It'll tell me if I walk outside. Yeah, okay, I just wanted to see that. Also, like, well, yeah, what stages are there? We're not playing multiplayer right now anyway, I just want to see. Okay, just curious. Hideo Kojima rewrote Death Stranding 2 to avoid predicting the future again. I'm guessing that's a reference to, like, something? Like how, you know how people like to talk about, like, oh, the Simpsons predict the future? Like, what, did, like, a Metal Gear game or something at one point do that? Did the first Death Stranding do that? Like, is that what that's a reference to? Or is it talking about, like, the actual, like, in-game stuff? Like, did Death Stranding predict something in Death Stranding 2? Or did Death Stranding predict something that happened in real life, like what The Simpsons famously does, or something? Like, I'm not quite sure what the context for that line is. I just saw that pop up in my feed from, like, IGN, I think. The violin music. Not what violin music? I'm not really paying attention to the music right now, but I wouldn't call Salmon Run's music violin music. It is very different, though, than the rest of the series. Like, Salmon Run has its own distinct soundtrack that is not the same as the multiplayer or the campaign. Also, apparently Death Stranding 2 is just a working title, which is the most nonsense thing ever. Like, what else would the game be called? What else would it be called? Like, of course it's Death Stranding 2. Unless they're gonna give it a subtitle. I guess it's not impossible. I mean, Black Panther 2 Wakanda Forever started as Black Panther 2. And the Marvels started as Captain Marvel 2, and then they ended up getting new names later, so I don't know. But so many things are just called 2 that it's like, why would that not be the final name? Oh, just barely! Just barely! We just barely made that! Oh boy, one of them flying saucers. Oh dang it. Oh yeah, something else that I remember is when they showed off the Horizon DLC, they showed only the PS5 logo at the end, not the PS4 logo, even though the game came out on PS4. That's probably a coincidence. It's probably just the PS5 logo because it's, well, newest console and all that stuff. But that gave me, like, flashbacks to, like, when the Yuffie DLC was revealed and people were complaining that it was only on PS5. Like, hopefully Sony's not doing that with Horizon. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time that... Because, of course, okay, Intergrade was Square Enix. That wasn't Sony's fault. Or at least it wasn't directly their fault. That's a whole other conversation. But Sony has done updates that happened to the PS5 version and not a previous version before. Like, Spider-Man Remastered. So remember, like, when they added the No Way Home suit to Spider-Man? That was only on the PS5 version. That did not come to the PS4 version. And they gave some, like, reasoning of the PS4 version couldn't handle it because we've already used too many resources or something. I don't know. They gave some reasoning that never really made any sense to me. So it's not impossible that the DLC... You know what? Yeah, let's just stop speculating. Let me just go ahead and look. Let me just go ahead and look. It is only on PS5. Oh boy, if people were mad about the Yuffie DLC being exclusive, they're gonna be mad about this. Maybe even more. Except the benefit that this DLC has is that the Yuffie DLC came out in 2021 where no one could buy a PS5, whereas now you can get a PS5. It's not as simple as walk into the store and you can get it, but the PS5 is a lot easier to get now than it was in 2021. So they have that going for them. But yeah, that's going to be a bit, it's a bit awkward. A bit awkward right there. I mean, I have a PS5, so it doesn't affect me. But I feel bad for all the PS4 players out there that have Horizon and don't have a PS5 yet because they can't, you know, get one, but they can't afford one, or whatever the reasoning is. Hopefully they get one for Christmas. Yeah. That's unfortunate. I wonder what reasoning they're gonna have for making the Horizon... See, I will say this. The Horizon DLC has more of a reason to be exclusive than the Yuffie DLC. The Yuffie DLC could have easily been on the PS4. There was no technological reason for that not being the case. Horizon being, you know, full open world has more of an excuse, but I still don't think they should have done it. I'm sure there's an official explanation, but I don't know. I don't know, I'm not thrilled with that. Wait, what? Oh, so, okay, I got confused for a second. Okay, so this is probably going to be the last match until we hit the 2-hour mark. Let's see, is there a PlayStation blog post for this? Oh, sorry, hold on. I can't look at that right now. Middle of this. Okay, I'll look at that after this. I did see something about apparently the DLC not being capable on the PS4 for whatever reason. I'm not sure what would make that the case. I mean, okay, if this was a... Now, Cyberpunk. Okay, let's be fair here, right? I'm sitting here being like, oh, I don't like it when, you know, publishers are like, hey, we'll put out a DLC for the new platform, but not the old platform, right? But if we're being completely fair here, Cyberpunk is doing the same thing with Phantom Liberty. But the reason why no one cares about that is because the PS4 and Xbox One versions of that game suck, and they should have never been released. Or at least at launch, they shouldn't have been released. You know? Half of the complaints with Cyberpunk at launch were from those last-gen versions that were just clearly not good enough for the hardware. So, Cyberpunk people are cool with because we know how the last gen versions run. So it's totally understandable that they wouldn't want to have to support the last gen versions anymore. Whereas Horizon is a first-party game, and also the PS4 versions of those games, from what I've heard at least, run pretty well. So, I don't know. So, I don't know. I guess context matters. Cyberpunk's last-gen versions aren't great, so ditching those, people aren't going to have a problem with. But the PS4 version of Forbidden West is fine. The PS4 version of Final Fantasy VII Remake was fine. So there was no reason, outside of just pushing the PS5 version, to not have it on PS5. At least for Yuffie. I think Yuffie was definitely more of a case of Sony probably went to Square Enix and were like, hey, we want something to sell the PS5. Horizon, I think, has more of a legitimate reason, because Horizon's a much bigger game than Remake in terms of scope, because it's open world, so it has more of an excuse to be next-gen only, even though I'm still not thrilled with it. Even though, again, it doesn't even affect me. Like, I have a PS5, and I'd want to play the PS5 version anyway, but I'm just saying. If you're on PS4, you're a big Horizon fan, well, hopefully you get a PS5. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's only wave 1, but I feel like I have to use this. Oh shoot! So after this match, regardless of whether we win or lose, this will be it. Oh my god. Oh, dang it. You seen in Jedi Fallen Order. I keep calling it Fallen Order. Survivor, that the main character has a lightsaber reminiscent of Kylo Ren's lightsaber, except in Survivor it's blue. I don't remember what Kylo Ren's lightsaber looks like outside of the fact that it has like the sword like thingies on it. I know there's an actual name for that, but like you know the thing that like every sword has, like it has that, but on the lightsaber it's not a very good description. But you know what I'm talking about, right? Like the two like little pokes on the sides. Okay. I'm just gonna move away. I'm moving away. I'm just gonna move away so one of us stays alive. See? Look at that. That literally just worked. Alrighty. Oh, wait. Never mind. Okay. After this, then we'll be done. Oh, I just realized I didn't die right there. So I guess on the extra wave, the like, the water goes away. Or at least on this one, it's not there. See, that right there saved me because I was able to fall down. Oh, shoot. Oh, dang it. Dang it, I'm too far down. We got closer that time. We got closer that time. So that's something, I guess. So yeah, apparently the explanation for that DLC is, yeah, apparently they really wanna make it more ambitious and technically demanding, and the PS4 wouldn't be able to handle it. Which I mean, it's Gorilla. I mean, I don't think they're lying. It's just that, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of not great when you... It's what, like, to, like, drop, to, like, not release the DLC, you know? Like, put out the DLC on PS4, and then, like, the next game, obviously, will be PS5. I'm just not super thrilled with kind of, like, not giving every platform all the content. But, yeah. Although, again, if I'm being fair, Cyberpunk is doing that, and no one has a problem with that. So, I don't know. Maybe, I guess it's a case-by-case basis, where for some games, I'm like, yeah, I don't know about that. In other games, I'm like, yeah, sure, go ahead. You know, I guess it depends on the game. I don't know. Anyways, guess that's gonna be it. Let's go ahead and get our rewards, whatever we still have, I guess. And then that'll be it. Let me just make sure there's nothing else I can buy real quick, and then that'll be it. Alrighty then, okay. Alrighty then, so I guess that's gonna be it. So, thank you, Antonio, for being here. Thank you, Splatling X, for being here earlier. And also, thank you to, Karina, oh my god, apologies if I'm butchering your name. Karina Palladia, or sorry, Palladia, Padilla? Yeah, thank you for popping in as well. And of course, anyone else that watched the stream at some point or is watching this after the fact, thank you for watching as well. And this is most likely, assuming there's not any unforeseen something or another's, this is going to basically be the last stream I do this year. There's nothing else happening this year that I really need to do a stream for. There's no other announcements. There's no other, like, big things, really. So... outside of maybe a, like, watching, you know, the clock tick over a thing on, like, December 31st. Aside from that, this is going to basically be it. So this is the last stream of the year. So, yeah. It's kind of interesting because a lot of this year was spent on Twitch until the last couple of months where I've kind of shifted back over to YouTube as kind of being my, like, streaming hub. Yeah, I haven't streamed on Twitch since, like, August. Like, I'm pretty much, I don't know, at this point I have no reason to go back to Twitch at this point. Never say never, like with Twitter, never say never. But YouTube is definitely, especially now that the tabs are separated, that's a big thing for me. Because one reason why I didn't want to stream on YouTube was because I didn't want to clog up my uploads tab with streams. But now that they're separated, I can stream all I want and it won't clog up the feeds. So that gives me even more of a reason to stream on YouTube and not on Twitch. Plus, you know, 1440p, higher bitrate, VOD's never going away because they're treated the same as any other video, so they're saved forever. You know, there's so many advantages you get. YouTube's streaming isn't perfect. There are things that I wish it did that Twitch had. But overall, the positives outweigh the negatives, especially now that the tabs, now that live is separated into its own category, so you don't have to worry about like a billion streams clogging up your regular like videos feed anymore. So yeah, so I'm very much happy streaming on YouTube. I have no plans to change that. Again, never say never. I'll probably, once I get my hands on an Intel Arc card, and once once Twitch adds support for AV1, I'll probably do a little like, you know, just little funsies, whatever stream where we just play whatever, just to like you know, test out AV1 and see what the image quality is like over on Twitch. I might do that, but outside of that, I have no reason to stream on Twitch right now. So YouTube going forward. So 2023, since again this is probably going to be the last stream of the year, so I feel like I might as well just talk about it now. But yeah, 2023 is probably going to be, assuming, again, outside of maybe the occasional AV1 or some other random thing that for some reason makes sense to do. Then again, Smash is done traditionally well on Twitch, so maybe we could do Smash on Twitch, but I don't know. So far, though, long story short, YouTube streaming is here to stay. I have no real interest in going back to Twitch at the moment, so yeah. But yeah, so thank you everyone for watching, and thank you for, I guess, watching all my streams this year. Again, no, I might end up doing one last stream this year, but this is pretty much going to be it, assuming nothing else happens. So thank you all for watching all the streams this year, whether you were on Twitch or YouTube. Thank you to everyone for watching this stream, and thank you to everyone that, you know, supports and watches my stuff in general, whether it's streams, shorts, videos, whatever. I really appreciate it. And yeah, so that's going to be it. One last thing, I guess, before we call it. Just a quick reminder, even though I'm sure I've reminded everyone of it a couple of times in these last few streams. In terms of videos for the rest of the year, I still have to do that Phase 4 catch-up for the last couple of shows. And then I need to do a 2022 retrospective. But outside of that, that's pretty much going to be it. So yeah, that's kind of it for the rest of the year. And I guess with that being said, this is Logan59XP, and I'll see you guys next time.